Hello, and welcome to our newest installment of Coffee Collaboration. My name is Clementine, and I'm going to be your new host for all of the coffee collaborations that we're going to have from now on. Our first installment is going to be iced Thai coffee. It's a favorite for a lot of people, and it's actually a little bit more tricky to make than you might expect. So hang on to your horses while we jump right in to this experiment. So what you're going to need in order to make your iced Thai coffee, you're going to need Oolong coffee is what we recommend if you want to go the real traditional route. Oolong coffee is actually not only coffee, which is what makes it particularly interesting. It's a combination of coffee, corn, and also soybeans. And so a very unique flavor blend. Of course, you can certainly make that from home. This is a package that we got from one of our local Asian markets. It's gonna be really good. So, of course, we actually did have a little bit of trouble finding the Oolong blend. It's not dependent on having Oolong coffee, so you're pretty much in the clear. You can have it whenever you want, as long as you have coffee. You have condensed sweetened milk. You're gonna wanna have evaporated milk. You might want some sugar, and you might want some salt. And you're gonna definitely need water. All right, so let's get this going. So, to get ourselves going, making the Thai iced coffee, what we're gonna do, we're gonna prep ourselves. We're gonna pull out our milk frothing pitcher. It has multiple uses wherein you can put other liquids in it also. This is a sort of a traditional fashion of making our Thai iced coffee. I'm gonna open this up. It smells really good. I've actually never smelled this before. It smells really good. I kind of want to eat it, but I mean, you know what? I'm gonna eat it. I mean, there's corn in it, and there's also soy in it, so. Well, okay, so here we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 3 tablespoons of French press ground coffee. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Okay, and then we are just gonna fill it on up with our water heated to about 200 degrees. Bam. What we're gonna do here now is we're gonna leave this puppy to sit for 3 to 4 minutes, and then it'll be ready. All right, and suddenly we have more materials on the countertop, and that's because we're ready for the next step. So we're doing a 4-minute timer here, and if you're like me, you're prepared with pre-made coffee so that you don't technically have to wait during the 4 minutes to enjoy your coffee. All right, so what we're gonna do here now is we're gonna make a little mixture. So right here we've got our condensed milk. And what you're gonna wanna do for the condensed milk is you're gonna wanna take 3/4 of a cup of your condensed milk. So I'm gonna eyeball this. So 3/4 of a cup. Cups are pretty big. Just gonna put that in there. 3/4 of a cup. You know what? I think that this is exactly 3/4 of a cup, potentially. So that's great. All right. It's going to be pretty sweet. This is pre-sweetened stuff, so it's going to be really good. So we've got our milk, we've got our condensed milk, and at this point, it's been about 4 minutes. So I'm going to strain this. And with my handy little knapsack, I can just pull it out, kind of let you witness it, although it's going to drip. It's perfect. Okay, so if this were non-sweetened condensed milk, you might want to have some sugar nearby, and then you could perfectly sweeten it to your taste. I'm going to let the milk decide for me how sweet it should be, because that's kind of how I am. And then this is salt, and we're not going to put all of this salt in it, because that's a lot of salt, and that would counteract the sugar that's in our milk that we trust. So I'm going to just put a little bit of salt. So, and you may think that's a little bit strange, but kind of like when you put salt on your, kind of like putting salt in a pie, it really just acts to accentuate the flavor. So we've got our salt in there and we've got our coffee made. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine it. All right. And we're not going to fill it all the way up because ultimately we're going to be putting it in this giant glass of ice, which means we have to kind of be prepared for the, that is a lot of milk, potentially. And it's all to taste, you know? So this is actually what I prefer, which is great. One piece of advice, real quick, is before you put it in your ice cup, you should test it. Give it a taste. You know what? I never had smelled it before. Likewise, I have never tasted it before. So I'm gonna give this coffee a nice little test. It's really hot. It's steaming up my glasses. Ooh. Okay. Wow. That is very savory and very dark, and I like it a lot. It's really good. It's very interesting. Definitely salt would work well with that flavor combination. So this is kind of the step one taste test. Let's see how it tastes with the condensed milk before it's laid over ice. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I should probably wait to drink it until it's done. So I'm gonna do that. So it's pretty much ready. So we're gonna pour this in here. And don't worry, I didn't forget about the evaporated milk because that goes in last. Okay. All right, so the perfect pour looks amazing, but it's not quite done yet. You'll notice I left a little bit of space, about an inch there. We're gonna put our evaporated milk on the top. If you've ever gotten a Thai coffee from a restaurant before, you may have seen the kind of diffusing layers of liquid, and that is what we're creating right now. Creating the top layer to mix together. Boy, that okay. I feel like we're defying physics in this moment, but we're not, because this is how ice works apparently. Great. Yeah, it's really good. Okay. It's really, really, really good. So it might be kind of tricky to find Oleon coffee, although definitely look around because it's super good and definitely worth trying. So, you know, give that a try if you can, but if not, we're gonna show you how to make Thai iced coffee from home with regular coffee. And we'll be right back. All right, so let's do a little taste test. This is our Oleon coffee, and this is our Black Cat espresso. Okay, you can see that the Oleon is a little bit darker. Yeah. Honestly, there's a very distinct flavor from the Oleon coffee that I think you just can't really replicate with any other coffee, just because of what it's made from. But they're both really good. And they both involve the same method and process for making it. So if you enjoy iced Thai coffee, you can certainly make it from home. And it's easy as pie to make it. Make it for yourself, make it for some friends. But yeah, if you're looking for the traditional flavors, I would suggest finding the Oleon coffee, because because there's nothing really like it. All right, well, thanks for sharing this cup of coffee with me. So be sure and like our videos so that we can keep making more of them. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any ideas of coffees that you'd like to see tried, or if you want to know how to make a certain type of coffee you've heard of before, we can totally make that for you. And then also, please be sure and subscribe because you know you want to. All right, thanks for stopping by. All right, okay, all right, so we're, okay. One time, I was literally on the phone with someone. This probably shouldn't be on record, but they had to stop me in the middle of the conversation, and they said that I said okay like 10 times. Just I was thinking while I was trying. Anyways,